Today marks a significant milestone in our counselling journey comprising of 10-year reports, articles by our councillors, successful case stories and testimonials by the head of the institution in our very first magazine, Mind to Heart. I humbly request our dignitaries to kindly unveil the magazine to encourage the audience to join in with a resounding sound of applause to mark this special moment. Thank you very much. I'm sure this day will go down in history of our counselling journey. To shed more light on this occasion, I respectfully invite our dynamic chairman, Shri Govind Parvatkar, to kindly come forward and share his insightful words with us today.
नमस्कार नमस्कार When somebody do namaskar to you, you don't respond. I wanted to check. So finally we are here with the report of counseling scheme for last 10 years, and for this report releasing function at the Sanjay School, we are here with Dr. On the dais we have our director in actual sense, because our scheme is run by Director of Education and he is the director of the whole education from primary to higher secondary. He is the director and plus special director for us, because all the schemes which we have mostly, and especially counselling, is run under their guidance. So in the real sense, director is the director today and he is the chief guest of this function. And we have our guest from Thailand, Ajit Koirala, Stanna Panit and Sultana Khan from Unitech from Delhi. And our MD, Dr. Rajalakshmi. So Raj bhi hai aur Lakshmi bhi hai. And our MD, our GM, and all of you, special for me, because I closely watch your work and always concerned about your problems also. So you are special for us. And today is a special day because we are coming with the report, what we have done. Actually it should be told to the society and to the authorities every year. But you know why, what happened and what is the reason. And we were ready for that, something is to come and we could not publish it. And today we are here with the book. When we work closely, director was my colleague at higher secondary, and he is our director today, so we are good friends. and with his guidance, and our principle and our thinking, thoughts met every time. Immediately we got some instruction from CM, Honorable CM yesterday, and that's why we briefed our supervisors just now. So he never says no to anything. So that at any time, every time, whatever we ask help, he gives. No, otherwise it is very, government procedure is very lengthy, but he doesn't go by that procedure. Once we required 7 staff for putting out the accounts in order, he immediately gave us 7 staff. Is it possible? You are aware of the procedure of the appointment of the staff, government staff. So that's why we are getting cooperation, especially from Honorable CM. He is closely watching out our work and gives instruction to us every time. Why I am telling you this? When I joined this corporation 3 years back, I had a sort of a feeling that why councillors are required in schools when the teachers are well qualified, B.Ed teachers, M.Ed teachers. So I was also a teacher for a long time, and I am a member of one school where we are running 6 schools, very first-class schools in whole of state. And why I say well-managed schools? Because we get, all 6 schools get 100% result every time. And the first school we are getting 100% result for 18 years consecutively last. So I am a founder member of that, so I have a closer, thank you. So at least you recognize that. So I am closely associated because I was a founder member of that school, and I'm proud, and whatever we did, I was having that feeling at that particular moment, because we were doing, our teachers, especially from these schools, are working more than councillors. They visit a child twice, every time, any problem they visit, they take the parents meeting. That's why it's possible. Now, our time schooling was different. We were sent in school, okay. हमारे माँ बाप को पता ही नहीं रहता था कितने 4, 5, 6 बच्चे, कौन किसकी कौन सी क्लास में पढ़ रहा है, ये भी पता नहीं रहता था. आज ऐसा नहीं है. आज सिचुएशन चेंज है. This is a world of specialization. Everything is special. We go, for example, when I removed my first tooth, I went to my family doctor. He was not a dentist. He was a Portuguese time doctor, studied in Escola Medico. And I said, I was training. He removed one big thing, and removed that. Finished. Go home. Now, will you go to a physician for a dentistry work? No. Special. Dentistry also has so many specialization inside. एक तो दांत गोडता, एक तो दांत काढता, एक तो कोगोडता, आणि मागीर कोण in that dentistry also there is so much of specialization. कोण दांत करता, खबर आहे तुमका? Are you aware of this? मला तुमको उठून 2 एक्सरसाइज तो करायचं होतं. भूक लागल्या? बरं दिसतं तुम्ही मला. So why I am saying that this is a world of specialization. That's why I realized that special counsellors are required in the school, because there are problems also of that type. So that's why many people, when I came as a chairman, I heard comments from many important people. My friends and most my friends circle is mostly teachers, headmasters, retired teachers. But now the situation is changed. Every now and then we get instruction for you. That means everybody is watching us. That is the important. And you must be also experiencing. Sometimes you are invited by so many people. Yes or no? Yes or no? Even Honorable CM's institution is there. You are invited there. It is not the importance you gain today. It is not the importance that CM sends you a message. This is the problem. You suggest a solution. It is not the importance of counseling. So I am proud that you are also doing good job. You are taking good care of your schools and children. And today we are one step ahead, and we are happy that some important guests from the. I had to tell you little bit about today's guest. Saturday I opened one Udan 79. Madam Konkani is here. She is doing excellent job in this social work. What is Udan 79? She launched it other day. I was there as a chief guest. Prudent 79, it is a unique idea. I was happy and surprised. She will help children from different schools for the education purpose. Why 79? Udan, okay, you understand, Udan, line. Why 79? Because this is the 79th year of independence. So we should be proud for that. So the people who think about society, they have some sensible mind. Otherwise we are all Makajina Maitland, Angira Kuru, Yamajeka. हेडमास्टर रिपोर्ट करता तो झकमान लो जाय जाले येतलो म्हाका विचारू These are the attitude about society. But you should cross that. You should create importance for yourself by your behavior. That is important. So I took you a lot of more time. You were late also 15 minutes. Teachers cannot afford to be late. But we were waiting also, happens. So 15 minutes late you can pardon. So thank you once again, all the guests and you. We have two lectures today. One from Dr. Raj Lakshmi. She is a very experienced person in this field. She is actually a medical doctor, but she worked after her medical profession. She was not retired actually, but she was telling me she still operate microsurgery. आमच्या जीव पेटेत हात करतात. So microsurgery किती आहे? फर्म असतो. So she is still in surgery, plus she is in psychiatry, and she has worked in society for long, and the lakhs of children have been benefited by her work. And our other guests, two from Thailand, one from Delhi, I told about her. So thank you once again.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words, which means so much to us. Without any further delay, with great honor, I now request our Director at the Directorate of Education to kindly come forward and illuminate this gathering with his words of wisdom.
Namaskar. Very good morning to all fellows here. On the dais, Chairman of VEDC, my friend Sri Om Saraswat, MD of VEDC, Sri Sagar Chowdhury, international delegate, the guest lecturers, Dr. Rajlakshmi ji, international delegate, Atif Kairala, Pia Malik, and Sultana Khan, the members of print and electronic media who are covering this event, councillors and supervisors. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the contributors to this wonderful magazine, Mind to Heart. At times we come across lots of things, but then to put it on paper is a bit difficult, and that is why I want to congratulate. I was just going through the booklet and I came across the report. Maybe you will see it later. The report gives the figures of different types of issues and year-wise cases that were handled by the councillors. I don't know what to say about this data, because at times the data is misleading. Last year there was one report saying that 80% of the schools in Goa do not have internet. Now which are these 80% schools? These are government primary schools where the number of students are 5, 6, 7. Even if you provide them net and TV, maybe after a week or so it will be stolen. There was one more report saying that X number of schools are single teacher schools. Now, how many teachers do you expect in a school? We give one teacher for up to 25 students in primary school. Whenever there are 26 students plus, we give the second teacher. If there is one student in the school, how many teachers can I provide? So can you say that school should have been provided two teachers for one student? Goa is a state where we have the minimum pupil teacher ratio. We provide teachers for around 14 to 15 students, where it should have been around 30 to 40. Now if the students don't come to our school because of one reason or the other, how can we provide the teachers? So that is why I say the data at times is misleading. I'll give you an example of my own son, and before that I'll give my example. Whenever we were bored of the class, whenever we were bored of the lecture, we would purposely do some masti in the class. So what would be the outcome? The teacher would drive us something. The moment I come out of the class, my friend would also come out of the class, and with them we would play. My son had different ideas. Whenever he got bored, he would tell the teacher that he is going to the counselor. I came to know when I visited the school. I was just wondering, why is he going to counselor? He was going because he was bored in the classroom. I am just giving you one stray example. You cannot generalize this. Now this way, there are so many cases that we have mentioned in the book. The same way, I can definitely tell you, there are so many cases which are not covered. So that is why I say the data is misleading. But the data here is definitely alarming. If I look at this emotional difficulty, over 20,000 cases over last 10 years. Behavioral difficulties, 32,000 plus. Study difficulties, 43,000 plus cases. This is the data that is there in the book. These are the issues. And let me tell you, one of the problems is this no detention policy. Like, without doing anything, if you pass, the students will think they are much smarter than us. Why should I study? If I study, I pass. If I don't study, still I pass. The problem was telling the student that you will not fail. I don't say you fail the student. I don't say you detain the student. But don't tell them that you will pass, even if you don't do anything. So the message today is clear. Then, whenever I speak as a government servant, I have to be careful. And especially the chair that I am holding is very hot. Whatever I say and whatever Honorable PM says, it becomes a big issue. Last time I said something and whatever was said by Chairman sir was similar. My problem is, as a Director of Education, I have SCRT. SCRT gives the period allocation. The same is done by Goa board for classes from 9 to 12. I don't decide how many periods are allotted per subject. If that is the case, when will the councillors or supervisors go to the class? That is my issue. I never said the councillors or supervisors are not required. They are required. But what should be their role? As Parvatkar sir rightly said, we are also teachers, and the teachers are well trained. Teachers have to undergo pre-service training like B.Ed, B.Ed, where psychology is one important component. In addition to that, they are bombarded with in-service training. So they know, and whenever they have some difficulties, then the role of the councillors or the supervisors comes. Because you are experts in the field. They have the knowledge and you are the expert. And to be very frank, I don't think the students require counseling. Who require counseling? Parents. Parents are the ones who require counseling. Most of the problems that the students are facing is because of the parental attitude. The students get confused. The teachers tell them to do one thing. The students do that. They go home and they observe exactly opposite thing. It may be throwing the dustbin or throwing the paper or litter anything in the dustbin. You go home and just throw it in the neighbor's compound. So the students get confused, and that is why the problem gets complicated. So now, during our time, I don't think there was need of any counseling or something because we live in joint families. There were many people to correct us. Now the parents do not have time for their children. And as they don't have time, they are compensating. How are they compensating? By giving money. And we were better because we did not have money. And nowadays students, they get money, pocket money or whatever, and once they know to spend the money, or rather they are confused regarding how to spend the money, then the problem is starts. So now there is need for counseling for parents first, and next come the teachers. Why I say teachers? Because I come across several cases where the teachers beat the students and then we have to face the bill. First parents, then the teachers, and the third comes the students. But counseling is needed. So that is why publication like this, where there is freedom for anybody to look at several cases, the testimonies and the data, they will feel, okay, going to the counselor whenever they have problem is acceptable. Otherwise it will be like that visit to IPSC. As you all know, we depend on the certificate. And without a certificate certifying that the child is with special needs, no facilities the child is able to get. But to get the certificate, the child has to go to IPSC. Now just going to IPSC may not mean anything. There could be, even I could have some disability, maybe I am not aware. So having some disability doesn't label any child. But whenever parents go with the child and if by mistake if by bad luck of the child, a neighbor happens to be there, just imagine what will happen. Without any fault of the child will be labeled as mental. Very sad story. But if there is timely detection of the disability, if the support is provided by the school, parents and the councillors, then the child can definitely succeed in that. Anyway, there are lots of questions to tell you all about all those things. I will not take much time, so I wish all the councillors, supervisors and the GDC all the very best for this today's workshop and all the future endeavors. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, sir. Before we move forward with the vote of thanks, I would like to mention that we are indebted to our chairman, sir, our managing director, our general manager, our counseling cell members for their cooperation to bringing this magazine to life. I would also like to appreciate the contribution of all the supervisors, councillors towards this magazine. In a special way, I would like to thank the brain behind this initiative and highlight the effort by our scheme coordinator, Mrs. Slesha Shetty, for her dedication and hard work that she put in making this a reality today. To bring our magazine unveiling to a graceful conclusion, I now request our Managing Director, Sri Sagar Gauri, to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning all. On behalf of Goa Digital Development Corporation, it is my privilege to deliver vote of thanks for this great function. First and foremost, I would like to thank our Sri Shailesh Jindal sir for sharing his thoughts and inspiring us with his valuable advice. And also for his quick help in all the administrative matters through Directorate of Education for smooth implementation of this scheme. My heartfelt gratitude to our Chairman Sir, Sri Govind Kaur sir, for sharing his insight and expertise on the subject. Sir, you are our mentor, guide, and for implementation of this scheme, and we will continue to look towards you for all the support and further motivation for smooth execution of this scheme. I would also like to thank Dr. R. Raju Lakshmi for coming up with this idea of having this session on this very specific subject. Madam, for your constant phone calls and follow-up, lead us to conduct this session with one of your subjects. I would also like to thank our special invitees, Sultana Khan and his entire team for their presence here for this special function. I would also like to thank our councillors and supervisors for your presence here. I just want to tell you that you are the face of this scheme and you will be projecting this scheme before the society. So your role is very important for projection of this scheme before the society. So work hard towards it. I would also like to acknowledge the efforts of my colleagues Vijay Sir, Slesha and Asmita for making all the arrangements for this today's function. I would also like to thank the authorities of Sanjay School for providing us with this hall within short span of time. I also like to thank the media present here for covering this event. And I request all the supervisors and councillors to take good advantage of today's session. We have 2 sessions today, and make use of this session to increase your knowledge base and your this counseling duty. Thank you.
We now move forward to a small tea break.